Does this feel like deja vu all over again for you? Because you were here wearing those bad Balenciaga gold boots.
Yeah, Barack is like, where are those boots? He's like, what you do with those boots? I was like, they put away, honey, just settle down.
It's the thing, when you wear a pair of boots like that, it's really like they go to the Michelle Museum.
That's right. You know, you don't walk around the street, man. You don't do anything with those boots.
Yes.
Barely get on stage in those boots.
But does this feel familiar?
It feels good.
Feels good. So I know was 2019 your year or what?
It was crazy. It was unexpected. Yes, it was a good year. It was.
That's because Michelle Obama's book, Becoming, I know everybody in here has it. It wasn't just the best-selling memoir book of the year, it's the best-selling memoir of all times! And what that says to me, I think it's like now 11.7 million, probably 12 since we've been sitting here, million. What it says to me is that it's such an extraordinary time to be a strong, confident, assured, and above all else, well woman in the world today.
Absolutely. I mean, so many people saw themselves in my story. It's also a time for owning our stories. And I think that's part of what resonated with people.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people came up and said, well, you were so vulnerable. Was it hard for you to tell your story, to tell your truth? There were things you covered that were difficult, like trouble in the marriage, hard to do. And my response is, no, that's my story. I embrace every aspect of who I am because, as I've said, I like my story. I like it, all the highs and lows in ourselves, because it makes us feel human. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think people connected to the humanness of the story.
What happened that you could never have anticipated on the tour? I mean, didn't y'all do 30 cities?
We did 34 cities. We did Europe, a tour in Europe. But I think that, and I won't say that it was surprising because we're feeling it here, you know, is that people are hungry for connection. They're hungry for community. What's happening here is that there are people gathering together. They're moving outside of their individual lives and the loneliness that can come with social media obsession and Instagram world. We feel lonely. And when we come together in a space like this, you know, for whatever the reason, whether it's to hear about a book or to talk about health or to see Oprah, it reminds us that we are not so unalike, and people are hungry for that, and it's that hunger, and I don't take any credit for it. I don't think, you know, I think we underestimate the desire for people to feel a connection to each other.
I know, and all of the people in this room paid money to come out to give up a Saturday. We know all that Saturday means.
And as I said, ain't nobody twerking on this stage. Yeah, you know, people are talking and having conversations, but the current climate speaks down to people. You know, we think that people don't want to talk about books and talk about deep things and to, you know, really be self-reflective.
Speaking of the current climate, you know, one of the things that you have now become famous forever for is that when they go low, we go high.
And that ain't always easy, y'all.
And it's not always easy. And what I wanted to ask you that, in this climate where low has taken new lows, how do you maintain a high and not appear to be passive and not lose your equilibrium? Because low is going lower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, because going low is easy, which is why people go to it. It's easy to go low. It's easy to lead by fear. It's easy to be divisive. It's easy to make people feel afraid. That's the easy thing, and it's also the short-term thing. And for me, you know, what I learned from my husband, what I learned in 8 years at the White House is that this life, this world, our responsibility in it is so much bigger than us.
Right.
So what I have to keep in mind is usually when I want to go low, it's all about my own ego. You know, it's not about solving anything. It's not about fixing anything. It's about seeking revenge on the thing that happened to you.
Yeah.
And when you, as Oprah, you talk about purpose,
Yes,
and what it's all about. And my purpose on this planet is not to just take care of my own little ego. You know, there is a bigger purpose for me out there. So when I respond to something, I have to think about that light I'm trying to shine. What role model am I trying to be? What are the words that I'm going to say, and how will it affect young people who are looking at me? That's the bigger picture that puts you in a position to think high. Because if you're thinking about the long term, you don't take the short term measure of getting even with somebody right here and now today, because it makes you feel good in the moment. If it's not going to fix a problem, if it's not going to move the needle, then you're not going high. You're just being selfish.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because you know, when you are the rock star that you are, and yes, and when you're filling stadiums all over the world, you're a rock star. Just take it. Just take it.
No!
Yes. So when you are not just rock star, role model, world's most admired woman, when you are that, when you carry all of those titles, does that affect how you then make decisions? Is that now a part of what you think about before you make a decision or have an intention?
I don't know that it's any different today, but I feel like I have I believe that when you are a public figure, I believe this, that when you have any level of fame, or if you have a platform, I believe, and I always have believed, that I have a responsibility with that platform. And I think about kids. I care a lot about young people. And I know that what we say, what they hear come out of our mouths, all of us, but me in particular, because they're paying attention, that it has a lasting effect. And I am a mother. I'm a mother. I care about kids first. So I think deeply about what kids are hearing me say. So yes, I do. I take that very seriously. And I take the words that I say to children very seriously. You know, when I'm with a young person, I want them to hear me